My wife and I were looking at a beautiful sunset over Hawaii the other day. We were looking at a photo of a beautiful sunset over Hawaii. There's got to be photos of beautiful sunsets over Camp Sherman, but we didn't have one. I said to my wife, "That sunset sure is groovy." She said, "Groovy? What century are you living in? Who says groovy anymore?" And I said, "Well, hip cats like me." My wife thinks it's pathetic, and yeah, it is something I do, use words long after their expiration date, but I mostly just do it to be ironic. I think it's sort of funny to say, "How's it going, Daddy-O?" As if I were a latter-day beatnik dropped to earth. She says, "You're about as much of a beatnik as you are an NBA power forward." And that hurts deep into my 6'11" muscular frame. But seriously, who gets to decide which words or practices are no longer relevant? Why do perfectly good, time-worn, antediluvian, moth-eaten, old hat things in life suddenly get discarded? And why did they ever cancel Leave It to Beaver? When I was a kid growing up in Central Oregon long ago, in the prehistoric times before Kardashians roamed the earth, schools taught a subject called cursive writing. You got grades for it on your report card, and my grades were terrible. Now, cursive is a handwriting style. It's done with a pen or a pencil, and it's a flowing thing. Educators and parents thought it was really important. But my report card would arrive time after time and always had the grim news. Your son continues to show poor skills in penmanship. He needs to work harder at it or he'll become a complete loser, never get a good job, and probably wind up in prison. I was okay with that, but not my mom. She put it this way: if you don't improve your penmanship, you'll have to give up your piano lessons. That was an empty threat because I hated my piano lessons. So she pivoted. If you don't improve your penmanship, she said, you'll have to continue your piano lessons. I got the message. I worked at it. I worked really hard. And suddenly, the cursive looping hand movement no longer threw me for a loop. I got it. I had good penmanship. I got an A. And before long, I began to dream of a career as a professional handwriter. But now, all these years later, my penmanship skill is as obsolete as the Betamax. In fact, more and more schools around the nation no longer even teach cursive, or very little of it. Today, it's all about laptops and tablet keyboards, plus emailing and texting and emojis. So, what is a modern-day bank robber supposed to do, especially if he never learned good penmanship? The subject was addressed in a movie.
What does this say?
Can't you read that?
I can't read this. What's this? Act natural?
No, it says, please put $50,000 into this bag and act natural.
I once asked a second grader what she thought the unfamiliar word cursive meant. She said, "Yes, I know that word. Cursive is what my dad is when he tries to fix stuff around the house."